In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this cool little slide photo reveal effect. So let's head over to Canva and I will show you how to create one. So for this animation, what we're going to be using is a video format. You can also use presentation for this if you want to. So let's get started. So I'm going to head over to Elements. Let's get out of my recently used. We're going to head on down to Frames. What we're going to do is go into Basic Shapes. We're going to scroll down a little bit and then you're going to see these that are called, they're like at the very end, a trapezoid up frame. So I'm going to grab one of these. What I want to do is turn this on a 90-degree angle. If you hear some weird huffing, it is my dog. And then you're going to make it as deep in or as far out as you want to. And then when you get a spacing that you like, I kind of like mine kind of like with a good angle right here. And then once you got it the way you want, you're going to duplicate it and spin it around to the other side like so. 90. And then we're going to go over here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these and I'm going to shrink them down just a little bit. So if you want shadows on these, you're going to have to do an extra step with this. If you don't want shadows, you don't have to shrink it down right here. But I want shadows. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back up into Elements. I'm going to go back, and I am going to grab my two side pictures. So what I want to use for the side is I want to use her. I am going to double click on her. I am going to turn her this away. So when you get photos that are big like this, you want something with a primary subject you're going to use because you're going to lose a lot of that photo. So you can't expect to use a big, huge photo and it's going to fit in there. It's just not. So you're going to want something with a primary subject that you want to put in on the sides. So like here, or try to use something more smaller like this, where you could potentially get more of the photo. And let me reduce this down so you can see. And then you can reduce that to that corner there before it stops. And then you can just move her in the picture a little bit better. So you can have something like that. But that's not the picture I want to use. So I want to use this picture. So we're going to replace that. Let's make this bigger so y'all can see again. I'm going to double click on this. I'm going to turn it this way. And I want to get that in there like that. I want those little fancy things in there. So that's what I want to do now. So I want to remove the background with this. So I'm going to go download. I'm in video mode, so I need to go and make a PNG. So I'm going to click PNG, download. I am a free user, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to remove BG. I want to pull this into remove BG, and I'm going to remove the background. And now the background is removed. I am going to hit the download button. I'm going to come back over to not that Canva, this Canva, and I am going to get a new page. I am going to bring that in. Now what I want to do is I want to check and see how blurry it is. Sometimes when you use background remover, you'll notice your stuff is blurry. So luckily we have image upscaler, so you can go in here. Let's go back. Let's go and we'll do it at 3 times. You can do it whatever you want to do. You want to do 2 or 3 times. And once that's done, you just want to hit replace. And now that you have it back into your design, what you do now is you're going to duplicate this and then you're going to separate them. And one over here, one over here. And depending on your shadows, you're probably going to want to leave a little bit of edge on here, because if you do like a shadow down here, it'll cut it off and you'll be like, why is that shadow like got a hard stop there? It's because the shadow's going beyond the edge of this. So if you pull that out, you got plenty of white space right there, so you're good. So I'm going to go and edit photo. I am going to add shadows. I'm going to add a drop. I want the angle like at the bottom. See, it keeps doing this and it's just terrible. I hate the shadows on the new editor. I'm sorry. I just do. They are terrible. And then I want to put the distance up. So I want to put the distance up at, let's say, 230. We're going to try that. So see how it stays like that? Here, if it does this to you, I'm going to tell you how this works. Well, it'll stop. It won't do that. Just duplicate it. And then erase this one. Delete. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to copy style, copy this, and bring it over here. And that should match them up. Should, hopefully. And then what we're going to do now is size them back to the edge. Now, if you saw my first try with this on Facebook, you know I didn't take it all the way to the edge the first time, and you can do that if you want to. That's where you want to take it down to is all the way. Ooh, is up to you. So like at the finished one, they were kind of like inward some a little bit versus being all the way to the edge. But I'm going to pull these all the way to the edge. So I'm going to get that back. And then what I want to do next is get my center picture. So what I want to do with my center picture is go into my elements. And with your center picture, let's do this. I am going to go from corner to corner here, corner to corner down here. And then I'm going to bring it in. Same thing with this picture. See how you see that hard stop right there? Just pull it out further so that that shadow will come and be more natural. And then what you want to do is fill in your center part. Like so. And then what I also did, just to give it a little bit more of a feel of depth there, is, let's see, recently used. Let's go down here. I used this shadow here, which is the circular blur shadow. And then I just took one of these. I cut it in half, made it smaller, put one down at the bottom. Let's put it up a little bit. And then I just took it down like that just to give that a little bit of depth right there. And I also, let's duplicate that. And then I also threw one up on each side here of my photo, of this photo here. And then I'll reduce it, duplicate it, bring it over, spin it around, and kind of put it on the other side. And if you really want to get highfalutin, the other thing I did with the original was let's go on uploads. I did this. See, I have a shadow on it. I made a shadow on this and also did the chairs just to add some more depth right here. So then I made an overlay of those just to kind of give a little depth right there with my umbrella. And my chairs. So now that I have that all done, what you want to do is whatever you're going to make for your first, the one you want to cut in half, make that design on the same size as you're going to use for your video. So if you're using a square for Facebook, use a square. If you're using this format and you're using a regular video size, use that to create your design and turn it into a PNG. So this is the original design I created, and I turned it into a PNG. So it looked like, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Let's go over here. We'll go to the original one. No, this wasn't the original one. Oh, just to show y'all, I made some weird stuff. Nothing that looks like sponge. Okay, getting off track here. So, yeah, where is my original? Oh, the Beach Vibes. So here's my original design right here. So as you can see, if I go in a position, I can, let me control. See, here's my beach. I'll just move that backwards. And then what I did was download this as a PNG. And then I re-uploaded it over here to Canva. And now I have a solid photo. So my next step is you're going to take that solid photo that you made and re-upload it. And I'm going to bring it over to this frame here. We can get rid of this one right here. So I'm going to delete that first one. Now what I want to do here, I'm going to get my background color. Let me see what color I want to do. Let's do some kind of blue that kind of matches. I'm going to go into gradient. I'm going to turn that to white. And then I'm going to do another background color of that. And then if you want text or anything up here, just put your text wherever you want your text at. And then what you want to do now is, let's put this over to the side. You want to go in a position and make sure your two side pieces are on the top layer. So you want them up top. And then your very top is going to be the photo that you're going to open with. So you're going to have your whole image you're going to split in half, and then your two sides should be your top. So what I'm going to do now is take these before I start doing my top, and I'm going to go and put these in the center, like so. And put it to the edge of my picture and put those in the center like so. And then I am going to go and I'm going to take this picture. I am going to duplicate it, lace it on top, go a little bit past halfway through on that, grab the other one and go a little bit past halfway through. Oh no, I grabbed the wrong one. Grab the whole one, girlfriend, and take the other one a little bit halfway past that. Give yourself a little bit of overlap, because I made the mistake earlier with no overlap and there was the seam right there that you could see. Now the other thing is I'm going to pull this completely off the page. So what I need to do is go into elements and grab me a square. Let me give me a square, and of course, if you know, you know. So I'm going to make tabs. So I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm just going to put a tab on each one of them. It doesn't matter where you want to put it. Put one down. So and now I'm going to go in a position. I'm going to hold my control key, and I have one highlighted. I'm going to highlight one side. I am going to group that. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go get the next square, the next piece that's not grouped, the other side. Hold the control key. I'm going to group that. Then what I want to do now is turn these transparent. Transparent. And we're going to try to grab this other one real quick. Maybe. Position. Hey, why didn't you let me grab it? All right. There it goes. And make that transparent. There we go. Real life troubleshooting when Michelle's lost her way. So now we have our setup, right? So the next, all you got to do now is duplicate the page. We got this blank page here we're going to get rid of. This is a 2-page design. Seems like it's taking forever, but once you get a hang of it, it's going to be easy peasy. You can make them all day long. So now that I got my second page ready, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this all the way off to the side, like so. And then I'm going to pull this all the way off to the side, like so. And then I'm going to pull these to the edge. Very gingerly. And pull these to the edge of my photo. Like so. And then you're going to go in between, hit your match and move up, turn it all the way up, and take your time into whatever you want it to be. 2.5. No, we don't want 3. 3 is too long. 2. Let's try 2. And then you're going to play it. And Voila. Now if you want to do something like I did earlier, you can take these, what I did, you'll have like a smaller square in the center. Oh, let's get rid of this because we're just demonstrating. You'll have a smaller square in the center, and you'll have these smaller. Ignore the stuff. I'm just showing the technique right now. So we'll just get our shadows and stuff out of the way. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can do this a little bit easier. All right, click out of it, please. Okay. So now I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's get rid of the one on this side too. Hold on. We're live action and now, y'all. Live action, live action. Maybe live action. Oh, go in here. Here. And delete. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to grab these two, Control C, bring that over to this one. Hold on, let me get rid of that shadow. It's going to hurt my nerves. Control V, and then what I'm going to do is delete the original one, and then I'm going to go. Oh, I ain't duplicating a page yet. See, that's what happens when I'm live action and stuff. So I need to take these and bring them into the center. So I'm going to bring those into the center. Bring these into the center. And then I'm going to duplicate the page. And then I'm going to move that with a little bit of it on the edge, a little bit of it on the edge. And then you can bring these out to like a smaller picture. And that kind of looks cool too. So that's just something else you can do and not bring it all the way out. So that'll look like, let's go and match and move. And then if you play that away, it looks like that, where it's a little bit on the sides. So that's kind of cool too. So I mean, it's up to you how you want to do it. I'm gonna give you the base. I'm gonna let you be the most beautiful designers that you are, and make these cool spectacular things. And you know what? I love you guys. I know sometimes I talk too much, but I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you next time. I love you guys. Bye, y'all.